people expanding, parroting, remixing, doing whatever it is that they can do, branching, is only making her brand stronger. Literally only making her brand stronger, only creating stuff, and only making her impact even bigger than it already is. The fact that NBA, TNT just remixed an idea that she had in her head and put on her YouTube channel is huge. And we should be happy for that. We should be happy that there's a Netflix. That is a blessing. Netflix dropped a Pop the Balloon. Now, I already started recording this video, but then I was all like, wait, I should probably watch it before I, watch a video on it, talk about it, whatever. And I will say that I watch a lot of Pop the Balloon videos, and I will say that this Netflix one is nowhere near one of my favorites. What I think that the Netflix version is missing is a lot of the moments that make Pop the Balloon special are not present. You know what I'm saying? I also feel like it's just like it's fake. It's fake. It's like I don't know. It just don't feel like authentic. Maybe the production's too good or something, but yeah, it's just like nobody really there to find love. There were 0 matches first episode. It was just like, it was a shit show. Like, it was cool, but it was like, I don't know. I think the best part of the show is the host, but also the host makes it really like gimmicky. Like, she's really good at her job, don't get me wrong, but it's like, I think with Arlette, she stays silent most of the time. You know what I'm saying? She only asks what needs to be asked. And this makes it more intimate between the two people who are talking, and they don't really go around and walk up to people, so it's like I don't really like it, I'm gonna be honest, but hey, people might like it, but yeah, I don't think it's really real for real. Like, it's not that good. I'm gonna give it to me, and I'm gonna give it like a 5 out of 10.
Watching this video, we will have had lost an all-time great show, great YouTube product to our corporate overlords.
Pop the Balloon Live, the only live dating show where singles test their chemistry and compete for a first date.
Well, Arlette said that, she'd still be posting YouTube videos and stuff, so definitely don't gotta worry about that.
Only one thing is certain: when their balloon pops, so does their chance at love. Tough crowd.
I'm in for a good time, now come with me.
I'm Yvonne Orji, and this is Pop the Balloon Live.
Her name is Orgy? Crazy work.
Tune in. I mean, we'll be there. Where will you be? Because it's live. That's how life works.
Pop the Balloon was a cultural phenomenon that honestly had a lot of bad connotations wrapped around it. You know, the ghetto hood boogers that were recreating them in these white wall studios in Atlanta and in Boston and all these other places that had just the most ghettofied formula ever possible to make bad names for a bunch of black creators. We're putting out this filth on the internet. But when content creator Arlette came onto the scene and saw...
She started it. As far as I know, she started it. Or maybe she perfected it, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure she just started it.
A way that she could make this into a more mature conversation, better content, better production, all of the things just raising the bar for this type of content, it instantly was a hit. As a diehard Pop the Balloon fan, I remember when Dr. Elam came onto the scene and literally gripped the nation by storm with his nonsensical opinions, controversial takes, and honestly a breath of fresh air in this space.
How old are you again?
38.
You're 38? Yeah. Red flag.
So
It's
You
less
you
of
are
a-
very handsome. I wouldn't even thought you were 38.
Of course not. But it's less about being a red flag and more about being a liability.
I get it.
If I were to bring you into my life, you would be a liability.
Right. I mean, if you change your mind, I'm open to it, though.
Why would you be open to it?
Because you're handsome, for
Sure.
one.
So you only like
And-
me because I'm beautiful.
Just like I'm beautiful.
Yeah, but that's not why I would only like you.
So why would you like me? Because you didn't answer that.
Because you can bring something and add something to my life. But because you're a liability, you
Right.
can't add anything to my life.
Right.
See, that's the
Damn.
content that we love, this real
fried her
authentic
shit.
perspective on dating that shows just how crazy some of the men are, crazy some of the women are, and how hard dating is in 2025. Now, the show itself isn't absolved of criticism because some of the newer episodes are crazy, but it still remains true that there is an air of authenticity that surrounds that show.
Facts.
that simply can't be replicated on some sort of Netflix platform. Now, I can't go on without saying that the original show will still maintain itself on YouTube, but this will just be some sort of side Netflix project that they have going on.
Every Wednesday, okay, Pop the Balloon Wednesday is still a thing. Make sure you're tuning in. I will still be hosting, just like he said. It's going to be the same. Producing, everything is going to remain the same. The only thing is just we have another addition to, you know, the things that we're working on, which is working with Netflix, which is a huge deal, a huge blessing. We're super grateful for it.
And nobody's more happy.
I mean, when I watched the episode, she was in it. Her and her husband were in it for a moment, but that's it. Like, everything else is just like, you know, she just did it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know how much of a hand she has in this, if that makes any sense. So it's like, yeah, she's probably just must have, I don't know, trademarked it, and, you know, she's pretty much gonna be in it now because since Netflix picked it up, basically, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how it works.
You're proud of Arlette than I am. As a content creator, I think a lot of people don't realize that our dreams began from the big screen, you know, the bigger screens, whether it be the television or the movie screen or whatever the case may be. And our dreams still continue to strive in that direction with as much creative control as possible. But this show seems to lack creative control because this is like a gentrified version of Pop the Balloon. That's also coming with these astronomical price hikes that Netflix has associated with itself in recent times. Now, dare I say this might even hurt the Pop the Balloon brand with how gentrified it is.
Have y'all seen the trailer for the Pop the Balloon that's on Netflix? Because I watched it yesterday and I was like, what the fuck is this? First of all, we already knew they got rid of Arlette as the host, which Pop the Balloon, Arlette is Pop the Balloon. And I'm not convinced that Yvonne Orji is going to be a good host, to be honest, but we'll see. Secondly, they got white people on this show. We can't have nothing, bro. Like, obviously, Pop the Balloon is problematic. I recognize that. I watch strictly from an entertainment perspective. But
I mean, okay, first off, two takes, right? And two things. I ain't gonna lie, we gotta stop being openly racist, dog. Like, I'm just saying, I know. But God, Shamar, black people can't be racist. I know. Okay, I hear y'all. I'm just saying that, come on now. What if they was all like, yo, they got black people on our white shit? Like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like, we don't find peace that way. That's how I feel. I just feel like it's like, anyway, but besides that, I just feel like when you say, like, okay, Pop the Balloon, it wouldn't be the same without Arlette. That's literally a perfect scenario. Arlette can just keep her shit the exact same. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is not gonna hurt her brand, but I feel like once they're doing their thing on Netflix, they're gonna be like, damn, this shit is ass. Then they're gonna go watch the free version on YouTube, and then honestly, that will hurt the Netflix brand. So yeah.
I am not trying to see a white man on a show popping a black woman's balloon. You know what I mean? Like, when you bring in the interracial dynamics into it, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I try
my... There are, and like I said, I've watched plenty of Pop the Balloons. There are plenty of Pop the Balloons with white men and black women and white men. You know, same thing.
My hardest to not be on her side in this conversation, but like I said, this is a cultural phenomenon, and this isn't something to be, you know, mixed with all these other different ethnic groups, etc., etc. We've seen the imitators and the replicators do their own version, and I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining from that perspective as well. I gotta applaud them. But in the original concept is based out of the black experience with black cast, black people. Arlette has never brought anybody non-black onto the platform to participate in it because it's not necessarily a big part of culture. Like, interracial dating is not. There's just so many dynamics that come into play, and it almost sucks the fun out of it. Another big portion of it is, from my understanding, a lot of those people that were displayed on the trailer are reality TV stars. Now, I don't know if that's just for trailer's sake, but I damn sure don't want to see another made-up version of another, you know, love contest show where there's reality stars competing for reality stars. That's definitely not fun. That's definitely not my idea of content. That's definitely not some shit that I am trying.
And that is definitely what we saw on Netflix. Cannot lie to y'all. That is exactly what we saw on Netflix.
trying to see on a day-to-day basis when I watch this episode of Pop the Balloon live on Netflix. It just takes the whole mystification out of what's really going on to the screen for me. And as far as the host goes,
Are you still a virgin?
I am.
Oh my God, I love this. This is the most original guest we've ever had on. And what are you, 39?
I am.
Oh my God. That dam is going to break one day, baby. And
Maybe let me tell you right now. People were like, oh, Yvonne, I was like, pray for him. Whoever he is, y'all need to pray for him. You get a lot of pent up energy up in here with me.
oh my God. And you're going to hit your sexual peak when you start having sex. So yeah, you're going to need a couple of men probably.
yeah, I don't want to hear from a 39-year-old virgin hosting a dating show where they're gonna talk about sex. And no, this isn't because I'm not fond of Yvonne for her character as Molly on the show Insecure, even though I think Issa should have been dropped her. I also am gonna miss my messy bestie Arlette. Like, I love what Arlette brings to the show. She brings a level of messiness, authenticity, and honestly just good-natured humor that brings out the nastiness that dating can be, or the viral clips that we need from the show.
Reason why I popped my balloon because the outfit's not giving. Yeah.
And like I said, this dynamic right here is literally fundamental for Pop the Balloon, and it is not present in the Netflix series. It's just not. It's just not there.
Yeah, I like my guy to look, really good.
And what about his outfit is not giving? What are you not feeling?
Everything.
Everything. Ooh, everything. Okay.
Everything is not giving.
So is it how it's put together? Is there a piece? Like, what is it?
Girl, it's just the green, the blue, the gray. It's just no giving.
Okay. So did you put thought into this? Like, she said your outfit's not giving. Like,
Yeah. No, I mean, shoot. That's teach their own, I guess. It's all good. Like,
Friday.
Okay.
Oh, you're looking at her outfit. Are you feeling this?
I mean, I'm a fan of Sheen.
Okay.
Yeah,
you a fan of what?
Sheen. Right?
Yo, Arlette funny as shit, yo. Arlette has toned down her messiness though. I can't lie. Like she's not this messy anymore.
I'm a fan. No, I'm saying you put that on.
Look, man, nobody draws out the mess better than Arlette. But on a serious note, though, this is pure, authentic content that we are seeing that is great production on a platform that the creators maintain total control. They've even gone as far as to not have sponsors up until recently because they didn't want anybody telling them what they can or can't do. And the sponsorship fits so beautifully, it's crazy. But I've recently seen over time a lot of people basically gentrify this content for their own entertainment and humor. And honestly, it's a bastardization of what Pop the Balloon is to represent.
Hey, what's up, everyone? We're in the lovely city of San Antonio, and we have the person who loves San Antonio the most. Come on up. Well, wow. I'm Charles Wade Barkley.
I think like okay, I understand, you know what I'm saying, you want to keep Pop the Balloon strictly black, strictly Arlette, strictly that. I understand that. But I feel like, not saying that Pop the Balloon itself is a product, but it kind of is. So think about it like this. All right, you made, I don't know, Dread Tube or something. You're not going to be like, oh, white people can't buy this or white people can't use this. You might even expand it so white people could use it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so you can get, like more sales, like more, like this is good for business is what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is people expanding, parroting, remixing, doing whatever it is that they can do, branching, is only making her brand stronger. Literally only making her brand stronger, only creating stuff, and only making her impact even bigger than it already is. The fact that NBA, TNT just remixed an idea that she had in her head and put on her YouTube channel is huge. And we should be happy for that. We should be happy that there's a Netflix. That is a blessing. Who cares if it's gentrified? Of course it's going to be gentrified. Of course there's going to be white people on there. Of course they're going to have reality stars. Of course they're going to do it their way. And like I said, it is nowhere near good as Arlette. But I will say that this is all good things. We can't sit here and be like, oh, this is terrible. This is da-da-da. You can say the show is terrible. You can say whatever the hell this is terrible, which it is. And yeah, like, but these are all things we should be applauding for Arlette. Not like, you know what I'm saying, hating that it even exists.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Manny Supreme. I'm 30 years old. I'm from Philadelphia.
Hi, Manny. Can you tell me about your last relationship?
I mean, I was engaged for about 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I told her just trust the process.
Yeah, trust no process. Go ahead and get out of here.
My name is and this is obviously skits and jokes and stuff. Like this is also good for her brands. I don't care. This is also good. You know what I'm saying?
Trey, I'm an influencer and artist. I'm 28 and I'm from LA, you know. And by the way, happy International Women's Day.
You know that was 5 months ago, right?
Yeah, but it's, you know, International Women's Day every day to all you beautiful queens.
Super cringe content. Now I know what you're thinking. Omar, you are blowing this into way bigger proportions than it needs to be. But I'm gonna be honest with you. On one hand, it is good that Arlette and her husband get to keep some creative control. They are executive producers. Now that's probably just some sort of title, but at least they are getting paid. But on the other hand, when you
but who cares? They're still gonna have their YouTube video. This so it's like, to me, this isn't a big deal at all.
You sign away this IP or you attach your name to some stuff like this, this is a part of your brand now. I believe Pop the Balloon was on a crazy trajectory, and they ultimately know the paperwork, so they know what's best for them, but there's a possibility that this could ruin the brand long term.
Not gonna lie, I don't want to see Pop the Balloon on Netflix. I mean, I feel like I like my Netflix. I like my shows separate. I like my Netflix shows. I like my YouTube shows. Like, I like things to be separate. And I just feel like when you bring stuff like that to networks, como se dice, it's not gonna be the same.
Ultimately,
I have a crazy idea. Don't watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. I watched one episode to just educate myself for reacting to this video, and that's it. Otherwise, I would not watch it. If I was a normal nigga that did no content, I would not even care to watch it. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is like, it's like I would have turned it off immediately, actually, because I knew off rip exactly what the vibes was gonna be as soon as the first dude walked out. As soon as the first dude walked out, he did all this weird stuff. He was hiding behind plants and shit, and he was just acting like a goofball. He was hype as shit when everybody popped him, and it was just like, bro, it was just stupid. It was stupid, and it was cringe. So, I'm not watching this shit. I'm gonna keep it a bean.
Days like this, to me, scream some level of desperation from these big publications and networks. They don't want to pay the people who are traditionally trained, so they go to YouTube and get projects like Sidemen or Mr. Beast or now Pop the Balloon. I wouldn't be surprised if Kai Cenat gets some sort of late night deal on Amazon or Peacock or something like that in the next coming months or so. Because that's just the way that they are trending. They're not trying to dump all this money into all these projects, so they'd rather go back and get the creator, you know, help them live out a dream, but ultimately bastardize the content that they are able to produce, take away some of their creativity, if not all of it, and then ultimately have it be gentrified and inauthentic and leaving a bad taste in the traditionalist's mouth. Now, I do believe in taking a...
No, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta disagree with you again on this, because look, here's exactly how it would go. I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. Mr. Beast having an Amazon thing, like, yeah, it might have taken away from production from his YouTube channel, but Mr. Beast rarely posts anyway, and he still is posting with his Amazon thing going on the way it is, right? And plus, people are still reacting to that on YouTube anyway, so Mr. Beast games is still getting reacted to, so it really doesn't matter. He still has a YouTube presence, right? If Kai got a little show or something, like, yeah, he would probably stream less, but he would still, when he gets on stream, he still is Kai Cenat. Like, you know what I'm saying? Basically, what I'm saying is, you can't say that, you know, oh, these guys were going on a crazy trajectory. This is a trajectory. When big companies come after you, like Netflix, Peacock, Amazon, you better make a good deal with them. I'm not saying, like, you can't ever, like you don't have to take it, obviously, but it'll help your brand. Even if the show isn't that good, that's fine, because the people who watched because of you already know your Twitch, your YouTube, your TikTok, whatever the case may be. So it's completely fine if they do not like a side project that was obviously contracted, scripted, whatever the case may be.
a bad deal or perceived bad deal in order to boost you up in the main sphere, because I don't know another way for her to market herself to a larger audience other than this. Like, this is good marketing for the YouTube channel as a whole. We just have to factor in that some of that name is going to be damaged, because when people go back to the YouTube channel, they're going to see one thing as opposed to seeing Connie Chung and Mike Michelson on Pop the Balloon. That shit is so disgusting. I don't know. I could just be a disgruntled fan at the end of the day, because I don't want to see something that I love and I think is unique and creative and is so innovative come tumbling down because these people at Netflix don't understand the culture. They don't understand what they're supposed to do with this amazing product, and they definitely don't know how to keep it as authentic as it can possibly be. I might just be upset because I'm gonna miss out on some of the most classic moments ever.
Cedric, you're not missing out on anything. She literally said the YouTube video is gonna be the same. Anyway, I heard him. He beat it into me. Whatever. Whoa, pause. Anyway, appreciate y'all for watching. I'm out of here.